Hello. How's everybody doing today? What's going on? Ugh. Man, I'm freaking out of it. I got out of work early, just a little, like, oh, we're gonna let people out a little bit, start their holiday season type of thing, which is nice, it's nice. And like literally I had to run a couple errands. I got back and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a quick nap. And then I knocked the hell out. Oh my gosh, I woke up so many hours later just like, goodness. Yeah, normally I don't even like nap like that. I don't even nap that well. Like my brain's just usually running too fast to really relax like that during the day. And just not today, dude. I was done. Yeah, I've never been that good at it, but wow, I sure showed myself something today, I'll tell you that much. I was zonked. Mm. Getting old, not getting what I dream about, not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. I just slept, bro. I didn't sleep. I was dreaming nothing out. Try freaking. But the neighbors could have heard me snoring. Goodness. I was done, dude. I woke up and I was trying to throw some food down, and then
It's insane.
Ari starts talking about Supreme Court decisions, and now we got to go through that, and just that's why I was like trying to like run up and get started. I was like, oh shit. Jody, Polly, check your dang messages. Jody, you know how many messages I get? How many messages I get? Just shit. Okay, and half of them. No, I'll say there's a good portion of them that are just people wanting me. Yeah, send whatever you need to Ari. She definitely reads her messages and also will tell me. So yeah, that's a much better idea. Um, it's a whole bunch of people telling me I don't know what I'm doing or talking about and doing all sorts. They just people losing, crashing out in my messages. That happens a lot. just full crash outs. Another group of people is just trying to get me to boost their platform, which, like, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll help. Like, if you need help, like, oh, I don't know how you run this, or I don't know how to do this over here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like technical help, or even like guidance and all sort of stuff. I'll usually help you out. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just like, come on my platform so that I can give you, I'm probably not doing it. Like, just being honest with you. So you can just cut that out. Like, I'm probably not doing it. Like, I not that I'm against going on people's platforms, but I'd rather do it out of like my choice. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So yeah. And then there's another portion of people, which are the fans, which are the people like y'all that I would love to talk to. But it just gets like overwhelming. Y'all, please tap that screen. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. So y'all are the ones I wouldn't mind talking to. And it's just it sucks I just don't get to all of them. So I'm sorry. I haven't even done a video in a while. I was just thinking about that. I really need to do a what was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Goodness gracious. My brain is just not all the way turned on yet. And leading Broadway girls alone. There we go. All right, cool. Now we're cooking with fire. Now we're cooking with fire. All right, let's get this headset on nice and early. Let's get this thing moving. Let's get this thing going. Oh my God, what did I do with my hat? Now it looks like it's too hot, too low. That's better. Let's see what this person wants. Let's just start it out. What's up?
Paulie, I know you're gonna kick me here after I tell you this, but I just want to know if what new information that has come out. I've seen all about the Epstein files, about the flight log, and all extra. I hate Trump, so I know you're gonna kick me here in a little while.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just ended up releasing a few more files. I haven't got a chance to go through them. They're just super heavily redacted, bunch of nothingness that they very obviously removed Trump's name and photos from. Like, it's like not, it's unironically like sad that they think that the American people are this kind of dumb, right? Like,
Yeah, but
that they're just going to pretty much release papers like that are covered in black ink and be like, here's the Epstein files. You guys happy now? Like, it's sad.
but I was watching the Morning Joe show or whatever, and they were saying that there's new information of more flag log. I'm not surprised at all that there's more information to that. But
I don't need more flight logs. Donald Trump was on the flight logs we already had. Like Donald Trump's chief of staff already admitted Donald Trump was on the plane. Like I don't need more flight logs. Like, and that maybe that's just a me thing, right? Like, I don't need like the difference between this flight logs and the other flight logs that also Donald Trump was on, because obviously he is, right? Like, I don't need more. Like, the flight logs don't mean shit to me. Like, give me the information about who was doing what on the island. Like, that's what I want to see. The victims want it released. Like, Bill Clinton wants it released. Bill Clinton was, y'all, that even surprised me. Okay, like, that even surprised me. Because if you would have, like, made me put money on whether Bill Clinton was, like, you know, doing shady shit
Nah,
on some
Bill,
on
come
some
on,
weird
Polly.
sex
Bill
island,
Clinton did not
I'd
surprise
be
you.
like, yeah, that checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense, right? So
Come on, Polly. You're smart on that. You know that don't didn't surprise you about Bill Clinton. Come on.
no, it doesn't surprise me that he's in the files. It surprised me that he asked for the files to be released.
Oh,
Yeah, he came out and he was like, "Hey, Donald Trump, stop using me as an excuse to not release the files. Like, I'm not worried about what's in the files for me. Release them."
right.
That's what surprised me.
I didn't, because look how old he is. I mean, what does he really expect much more of life? You know what I mean? He's gone. He's out of here.
Isn't he like the same age as Trump?
Yeah.
How old is Bill Clinton? How old is Bill Clinton? Let's see.
84?
He's 79. He's literally younger than Trump.
Damn. But that honestly didn't surprise me.
Are the same
Honestly.
age. They're the same age. They're literally the same age. He's young, like
Yeah.
they're months apart from each other. like that's the sad part. If anybody sees Bill Clinton, they're like, dude, that dude's been through the ringer. And then they see Trump and they're like, oh, he's cool.
There's never gonna be enough evidence for MAGA. There could be video. They could be there and watch it go down, and they'd be like, "Nope, that didn't happen."
No, they believe it happened and then just say that's okay. They don't care anyway. Look, and that's the thing. Like like being a Trump supporter, you've already compromised your morals, right? If you had morals, you wouldn't be voting for a felon. If you had morals, you wouldn't be voted for, you know, someone who sexually assaults people or brags about sexually assaulting people or was best friends with Epstein, or, you know, like these, your morals are already compromised. So what is this one? Like like this doesn't mean shit. He's already like treating people inhumanely. He's doing all this sort of stuff. So
I was in a live a while ago with Long Wolf. I don't know if you know him, but
Jesus.
Yeah,
sorry, no, somebody else posted something.
No, and I tell him, if I slap the fuck out of you and you didn't see it, did I slap you? Because he's steadily trying to defend Trump. No, he didn't do it.
If a MAGA shits in the woods, okay, is it just a normal Tuesday or a normal Wednesday? I don't know what to tell you. I feel like they do a lot of pooping in woods. But anyways, I'm gonna kick you down.
Thank you, Bobby.
I'll talk to you later. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bye.
I feel like they do a lot of pooping in woods. I'm not sure. That was literally just a guess. I'm not sure. They seem to be, you know, just kind of okay with like the whole, like a lot of outdoorsy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lots of pooping in woods. I think it's pack mentality. Honestly, I actually watched it in whole, like I watched like a whole video about like this lady bragging about like Trump supporters having like a larger amygdala today, and which apparently is very proven by like, there's like a ton of studies proving that like conservatives have like a larger like amygdala in their brains. And they were like, see, that means we're smarter. And then like watching this dude like explain how literally a larger amygdala means that you are like lower on the evolutionary scale. Like you like like literally how we have literally evolved into just having smaller ones. And literally having a large one makes you stupider. It was so funny, dude. Like it was like I was dying, dude. I was dying. I was dying. Patsy, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays. Thanks. Oh, thank you so much for that very sweet Christmas present. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we get W's in the chat for Patsy for the little early Christmas present? I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Raging Butterfly, thank you so much for the 6-7. I really appreciate that also. I'll leave this up here for a bit. Oh, I just want to thank that other person over there real quick. All right. Well, phone lines are open. I've seen a couple people kind of jump in the guest request box and kind of jump in and out. That's okay. We'll get people in here soon enough. We'll get people in here soon enough. Chase, thank you so much. Also, I appreciate that. Coming from someone whose income is crying on the internet. Well, you know what, our RDK, I just want to let you know, if my income is coming from crying on the internet, just remember you're crying on the internet for free right now. So just thought I'd let you know. At least I'm getting paid for mine. You're just out here, just anybody can freaking you're just open service, just like I'm crying out here for everybody. Which is wild. I throw that out there. Yeah, crying for free is wild, right? Like, I don't cry on here, but I would. I mean, for like, if someone sent me like, you know, like if it was like, dude, you're gonna cry on the internet, you're gonna have like 1 billion views, and you're gonna make like $1 million, I'd cry my heart out, dude. Like, balling. I don't even know what we're crying about, dude. Like, I just be crying. Like, I'd just be up here crying. I wouldn't even really think too much about it. Let's all cry together. All right. He didn't want to cry, apparently. I literally said, let's cry together, and literally immediately hung up. Anyways. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'd love Lou to come up. I would love Lou to come up, and then Lou and I can talk, and we'll see who cries first. And RDK. I would love to see one of them come up, and we'll see who cries first. Oh my goodness, I had to tell you. Let's go ahead and pin that real quick. I'll tell you the story later. Hello?
We got on the show.
Who's we? Was that him and his alternate personality? What the heck was that? Dude was just like, dude, me and my altered ego, Dr. Flash, both got on the live together. Kayla, thank you so much for the $10 over on Vimos. Merry Christmas, Eve. Enjoyed listening to you for the past year. Happy holidays. Thank you so much, Kayla. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so it was crazy. I do gotta tell you this story because I'm sure we're gonna get to some calls in a second. Y'all, if you guys still support Trump, Make sure you guys are hitting that request button, hit calling in on the phone line above, and we can have a conversation. I really appreciate that. Also, please make sure you hit that like button, especially if you're on the YouTubes. Like CBT just said, there's 300 people in that side and 26 likes. I know I got more than 26 people in there that like this live. So can we hook this up, please? I appreciate you guys. That should easily be over 100. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi,
Hi. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's a weird reaction, but all right. Why is that?
Why is that a weird reaction?
Sure, just get on with it. It's really not a point.
No, you told me that that's a weird reaction for supporting the greatest president of the United States.
That's also weird. What makes him the greatest president of the United States?
One, what he's done with the terrorists is just completely awesome.
Yeah, I'm starting to just not believe you. You sound disingenuous.
How so? No, you don't believe what you're saying with all this Trump hate.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next caller. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I don't know. I'm looking at gas prices right now. It's looking pretty good. I'm saying that I don't really know why it's going down. I don't really care why it's going down. That's the only thing I care about when it comes to gas for me.
It's the winter. That's why it's going down.
Yeah, whatever. I remember paying $75 a gallon when I was, tank when I was under Biden when it was in the winter. So I drive for a living. So when it comes to me, just gas price is the most important thing, and that's why I vote for Trump.
You drive for a
so
living,
far,
and you didn't know
nothing.
gas prices went down in the winter?
Oh yeah, it could be they go down in the winter. I just know under Biden they didn't go down as much as this. It was
Yes, they did.
$75 to fill up every single.
Nope. They were pretty much comparable last year under Biden in December.
No, I've been paying attention. It's never been this low for a long time right now. Under Biden it was $5 on average, and now it's,
It was not.
by me where I live it's around $2.60.
Yeah,
So
it was
went down almost.
it was average of $3 across the United States last
He's
December.
saving me about $1,000. He's saving me about $1,000.
Sir, that is a lie.
So that's-
There is no place. There's no
What's the
place in the United States, like outside of maybe California, where it was $5 a gallon last year. And the reason why it was $5 a
When
gallon
Biden
in
went-
California is because of California state taxes on
No,
gasoline.
I was paying. No, I'm not talking about specifically last. I'm talking about at one point when Biden was president. I was paying $5 a gallon.
Of course, at one point you were, sir. Sir, I'm sorry.
Right. And under
I
Trump,
didn't know we just judged
under
presidents,
Trump,
sir.
It was
sir,
never close to that.
Sir,
under his first term and now also.
of course not. Because what was the reason why it was high under the Biden administration?
See, that's the point. I don't really care. Under Trump, it was fine. Under Biden, it wasn't. That's all. I
Gotcha.
care about.
So even though under Biden the gas prices were up because of Trump, you don't care about that. So if gas prices were if gas prices were incredibly
Trump is president, all of a sudden gas prices go down $2. Yeah.
Gas prices didn't all of a sudden go down $2. Actually, up until October, gas prices were higher than it was under the Biden administration this entire year. So gas prices didn't just go down when Trump became president. But let me ask you a question. If Biden had done a horrible policy that had made gas prices extremely high all year, would you blame Trump or would you blame Biden?
I can't explain to you the reasons of what's going on. I'm just
Sir,
telling you what's
I'm not
happening.
asking you to explain.
Under Biden,
Sir,
it was
I'm not
crazy.
asking you,
Under
sir,
Trump, it was
sir,
crazy.
I'm not asking you to explain anything. I'm asking you to answer a question. If last year Biden had done a horrific policy, okay, that made gas prices up until right now horrible, like say gas prices were like $7 a gallon right now, and that was because of a Biden policy, would you blame Biden or would you blame Trump?
I don't know. This is all hypothetical.
It's not hypothetical. It's actually very simple. Donald Trump both planned and coordinated. Donald Trump both planned and coordinated the OPEC Plus deal, which drove gas prices up significantly by reducing the supply of oil across the world. Okay, which drove up the price of gasoline of oil per barrel, which drove up gasoline prices, and it didn't expire until.
I believe you. This is all very possible.
Yeah, sir. Which didn't expire till the end of 2023. Okay, so I just don't know why your insistence on blaming Biden off of a Trump policy, but supporting Trump over a policy that he actually did to raise those gas prices.
Because Trump's now been president for 5 years, and gas has never been more than $3. Biden's been president for 4 years, and on average, I was paying between $50 and $75. Under Trump, I'm paying between $20 and $30. What are you
Yes.
talking about?
Are you not
Common
listening to
denominator,
anything?
when you're president for the thing is that you listening to what I'm telling you. When you're president for 5 years,
Gotcha.
and gas prices on average are based between
Gotcha.
$2 to $3 a
Gotcha.
gallon compared to when Biden was president, then that's all I care about. I don't really care about nothing else.
Gotcha. So, well, just to let you know, again, gas prices have been higher on average over this entire year while Donald Trump was president. Second of all, gas prices aren't technically a freaking presidential stat, really, in honesty. Whether they're high or low and whether it's Trump or Biden, the president doesn't really have that much of an effect on gas prices to begin with. Okay, so let's be very clear there. Except, sir, no, I'm talking.
all
No,
of a
no,
sudden,
sir,
Trump
sir,
became
sir,
president,
sir,
and then
sir,
gas
sir,
prices went
sir,
down.
sir. I'm still speaking.
Drill, baby, drill.
Okay. We're not drill baby drilling, okay? So can I finish?
Yeah, sure.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. Unless the president does a specific policy in which affects gas prices, i.e. the OPEC Plus deal, which was done under the Trump administration, which raised the hell out of gas prices. Donald Trump did that in his final year and set it to expire in the middle of Biden's administration. So by your logic, what every president should do is wait until they find out if the other party is coming in or not, and then do policies that fuck over Americans as hard as they possibly fucking can. That way, freaking people like you that don't have a will to look up a damn thing, okay, or even care when they're told something, right? Which is actually more embarrassing, right? Like, I don't need everybody to just like know what the OPEC Plus deal is, but for me to literally explain to you what it is and for you to be like, I don't care if Trump did it, Biden became president afterwards, so it's on Biden. Like, the fact that you're willing to do that, like, I think that every president should just fuck over the next guy as hard as possible, fucking over you in the fucking process, because you don't actually care who actually does good policies or who does bad policies, because apparently you think that every policy that happens ends when a president leaves, and that's not the truth. Honestly, we wouldn't have had as high of gas prices all this year as we did, because again, the gas prices were higher this year than they were last year. We wouldn't have had those if someone like you had paid attention, okay, to the policies that Donald Trump did in his first term that actually brought up your gas prices.
Well, I mean, Donald Trump's first term, the gas prices were high because I don't remember that they were pretty low. What are you doing over there? Hello?
I've already explained this to you, like in like, I don't know why I would just keep doing it.
No, I thought you were explaining to me what happened afterwards when after like towards the end of Trump's term in 2020. What were you saying? What happened in 2017?
Well, I
Why were the
started
gas
to
prices from
explain it.
2017 to 2020.
I started to explain it, and you said, I don't care. You said, I don't
Okay, so
care.
I'm trying to
I
understand.
I don't
What
care. You
happened
said,
from
I don't care. So
2017?
why would I explain to you if you don't care?
Because now you're saying that it's my fault that the gas prices went up during Biden's term. So now I'm trying to figure out why.
That's
I
not
didn't
even
realize
what I
it was my
said.
fault. You said it. I thought that's what you said.
Nope. I said, you're the reason why gas prices have been higher this year.
It's my fault that gas prices they're not high. They're $2.50 a gallon where I'm at.
Yes, sir, because they're going down due to winter. They go down every winter. Every single year, they go down every single winter. They went down last winter. They went down the winter before. They went down the winter before that. And unless Donald Trump is Jack fucking Frost, okay, and having winter show up, okay, which if that was the case, I would be incredibly impressed. All right. If that is what he is doing, all right, then I will give 100%, all right, I'll give 100% support to Donald Trump for bringing the winter in. Okay? But if that's not the case,
You're funny.
every single month up until October, gas prices have been higher this year than they were last year. Okay? They're just now dipping under when Donald Trump took office just this month, right? Or just last month. And then come March, they're going to spike right back up. And just like Donald Trump can't bring the winter, he can't stop
fine.
the
So
winter
I can call
either.
you back. 1 second. So I could call you back in 3-4 months, in 5 months, whenever the winter's over. And if gas prices don't go up, you'll admit to me that you're wrong.
Sure. Yes. If the thing that has never happened ever happens, then yes.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
If
I'm
the-
looking forward.
if-
I'm
if
thinking
the
if
thing-
it goes up,
Yeah.
how much do you expect it? How much do you expect it to go up? So just so we can,
Sir, it'll just
secure
gradually
ourselves,
go up as it warms up. That's what happens.
And
Do you
how
know
much
why
you
it does
expect
that?
for it to go up?
Do you know why it does that?
No, I have no idea. But how much do you expect
Sir,
for it to go up? I just
Sir,
want to know.
it goes up because people start traveling, people start driving, people start going on vacations, people start doing all of the
Supply and
things.
demand. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And so therefore it puts a higher demand on the system, right? And if the supply doesn't
I
increase
understand.
along with
Okay,
it, it doesn't matter.
right.
That's why in the winter
Right.
gas
So-
prices go down because the demand is lower, right? And if we're still
I'm
producing
with
at the
you. That
same
makes
level,
100% sense. So
then
at what,
then
right, so
you're
what
also
level-
agreeing with me it's
yeah,
going to
so-
go up. If that makes
yeah,
100%
after you
sense,
explain it to me.
yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know what numbers can we expect. So if it goes up more than that, or if it goes up less than that, it can prove who's right over here.
Sure, it's not a matter of who's right. I just said they would go up.
I know, but if it,
I
if it only
assume
goes up, let's
I
say,
assume
half-
they'll be
half the
returning
amount than
I
it went
assume
under
they'll
Biden,
I assume they'll be returning to the prices that they were, this last summer. Or around there.
which was what, like, it was that what was that, like $3 or something?
It was
50
like
cents more?
3.4, I
So that's
believe.
still way cheaper. What was that?
Like 3.4 or something, I believe.
So you expect it to go up another 75 cents or something. And you don't think that was better under what it was in the beginning of Biden's administration when I was paying $75 for a tank?
Sir. Gas was never $75 a gallon. I don't know what you're talking about.
A tank.
Sir, I don't know what a tank is because we all drive different size cars.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And so
I'm sorry.
therefore we all
My
have different
tank is
size tanks.
17 gallons.
So a tank doesn't
Yeah,
mean much.
$5. Yeah, $5.
Yeah,
$5.
okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was. Yeah, it was $5. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talk
Yeah,
about the
my bad.
price of per gallon. Okay, that's how we talk about gasoline, right? Because we talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
on
no, it's a
average
big
over the
number.
United
That's why I
States.
talk about my price. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So how about okay, fine. So you're right. I'll call you back in a few months, and if it doesn't go down under two, and if it doesn't hit that 75-cent mark, then we could all agree that you're wrong.
Sir, I never said anything about 75 cents. You're the only one who has said anything about 75
Same way it
cents.
went away. I'm saying compared to now from the summer, it's about 75 cents, right?
No, it doesn't look like
What's
it.
the difference?
Let's see. When Trump took office, it was, let's see, $3.076 per gallon. Yes, he did. So we'll look at the summer
Yeah,
before that. Sound
We're
good?
talking about the summer.
Sure. Well, is July good for you?
Yeah, that's a summer.
Yeah, 3.484. Okay.
And what is it now?
3.05.
3.05. Interesting. By me, it's much less. It's like 2.5. Okay, fine.
It
So
is
went
not,
down
sir, because
40
we are
cents nationally-
talking.
nationally.
We are talking about the
Nationally,
average price of gas
Right.
across the United States. I
Right.
am not talking about how much
Okay, fine.
you're paying. I live in Florida. The part of Florida
Right.
I live in is much cheaper than this.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
So this coming up summer has to go up at least 40 cents.
No,
Doesn't
it
go
doesn't
up
have to
40
go up
cents, you're
anything,
wrong.
sir. It doesn't have to go up anything. I'm
do you
not
mean?
saying how much it will go
What
up
if you have to
because
go up?
my job is not to predict gas prices. Is it yours?
Oh, whoa. So now if it only goes up 20 cents, then you're not going to give any credit to Trump?
What for what?
You have to be fair over here.
For what? What would I give him
You're
credit
just
for?
telling me you're
What would I
you're
give him
telling me it's
credit,
because
sir?
of the winter,
No,
and now-
sir.
because
What
you're
would I
telling me it's
give
because of the
him
winter.
credit,
Now
sir?
you don't-
What? Just tell me what I would give him credit for. What did he do for me to get?
Dude, give
See,
him credit
I
that-
know,
that-
I know,
that-
I know that a lot of people, right?
You can never give him credit.
I know that a lot of people grew up in participation trophy land. Okay? Just like you want to give Donald Trump credit, all right, when he does nothing, which is fair because Donald Trump normally takes credit for doing absolutely nothing like all the time. All right?
Oh my gosh.
So
You just told
I'm
me.
as
You just told, you
or
just
you're
told
not gonna let me
that
you're not gonna let me
everyone-
finish.
that-
You're not gonna let me finish. Thank you. If
ahead.
Donald Trump doesn't do something, okay, then I'm not going to give credit to Donald Trump if he doesn't do anything. Now, if he does something, right? If he does something and due to his policies or his actions, gas prices go down, then I have no problem giving Donald Trump credit for doing the thing that he did, which caused gas prices
Yeah,
to
but
go
you're
down.
going to deflect it. You're going to deflect. This is a
Why
lose-
would I
lose-
deflect
lose
it?
Situation.
Gotcha.
You-
So apparently
because you're
it's
always gonna say it wasn't
deflecting
because it
for
is, because of
for
that.
requiring the president to have to do something in order for something to happen. If he just sits on his
No, 'cause
fat
he'll do
ass,
something, and then you'll
if he
still
sits
say
on
it's
his fat
Biden or
ass
something
eating
else.
McDonald's, clogging his arteries, okay, and gas prices move, then I'm supposed to just give him credit for surviving? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Let me give you a hypothetical. If gas prices go down to 1 cent per gallon, and he's sitting on his ass all day, and you can't figure out why, you're not going to give him credit?
What for what?
See, yeah, sometimes you have to search beyond your whatever you think you actually know.
What would I
Sometimes
give him
there's more
credit
out there
for?
than you don't know everything.
Sir, you know what? How about
Obviously,
this?
when
How about this?
something crazy is happening,
Instead of that, okay, instead of that, if gas prices go down to 1 cent, I'll give you credit for it. Okay?
yeah,
Because
right.
I have
So my point is,
equal
you have to
equal
sometimes try to
evidence, sir.
figure out why
Sir,
something's happening.
I have equal evidence that you made gas prices go down to 1 cent as I do that Donald Trump has made gas prices go down to 1 cent, right? Those are equal, right? I also have exactly as much evidence that my Australian Shepherd caused that price to go down to 1 cent. All right. So I might as well give the credit to my Australian Shepherd for making gas prices go down. All right. Because I have the exact same amount of evidence for everybody. So I'm just gonna tell Summer, right, that is her job, like she was the one who made gas prices go down, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get her a nice, like cake at the dog bakery. Okay, so we can congratulate her success as being a dog.
Okay. Any more examples? I'm just
Summer's
saying
the
he's
real
the
MVP.
president
That's
of
what
the
I'm talking
United
about.
States of America. He's the president of the United States. So sometimes when something crazy happens, and it's going to a cent, it would obviously be impossible. But if it would go down, let's say all of a sudden now to $1.99 nationally, right? Everybody would understand that it's coming from Donald Trump and not from me, right?
No, I wouldn't.
See, you're coming from a biased point
No,
of
sir.
view.
But the
You're
thing
not-
is,
you're
sir,
not
sir.
looking at
Here's
it
here's the
clearly.
here's what you don't understand. Okay, you're saying if gas went down to $1.99, I'm biased because I wouldn't give credit to Trump. You know what else? If gas prices all of a sudden shot up to $7 a gallon, and I can't find any proof that Donald Trump did something to make that happen, then I'm also not going to blame.
I would be pissed off at Trump.
No, but I wouldn't.
I'll blame Trump.
But I wouldn't.
Okay,
but I wouldn't
you
blame
wouldn't.
Trump, sir. I wouldn't blame Trump unless I can find
that's hard to
something that
believe.
Donald Trump did to cause the gas prices to go up. See, that's the thing about actually requiring evidence of things that you do.
Why
right?
did egg prices go
Sir.
down 80%?
Because the avian flu ended.
I don't know. I'm just saying, and all of a sudden,
Donald
within a
Trump
week
did
when
not
Trump took
cause nor eradicate the avian flu. So therefore, Donald Trump or neither did Joe Biden. So therefore, none of them get credit for either the rising price or the lowering of the price. Neither of them get credit for either
it
of
just
those.
worked out with the freaking week he became president.
All right, awesome. Well, by your stance, then Donald Trump gets full credit for the millions of people that died in the United States due to COVID.
He gets credit for it.
Yeah, it's his fault.
More people actually died under Biden's watch.
That's fine. But it was Donald Trump's fault because COVID started under Trump.
Oh, that's you could make that argument if you want, for sure.
Yeah, sure. It's not. We're not gonna talk about the fact that it's a pandemic, that Donald Trump doesn't have the ability to create a disease, right? Because Donald Trump's not a mad scientist sitting in a lab with a bunch of freaking talking mice or anything like that. And since he's not a mad scientist that creates a disease, right? I don't make Donald Trump the villain, right, for COVID happening, because COVID happened everywhere, right? So I'm not going to blame Donald Trump for COVID happening. Nope. What I do give Donald Trump for is the credit for the decisions that he made regarding it, right? Like if Donald Trump did things as far as the handling of it, then he gets credit for those decisions, but he doesn't get credit for decisions that weren't in it with him. And that's all it is, sir. Here's the great thing about my stance is my stance requires for you to be able to prove either negatively or positively that your actions caused a thing. Yeah, positively or negatively. Either way. Right? And it's not a big deal. There's certain things there's certain things that Biden did that Biden caused that were bad. There's certain things that Biden did that caused that were good. And there's certain things, wow, you really don't want me to talk to you. You don't want me to talk, do you? Okay. And there's certain
Depends,
things that were
yeah.
out of Biden's control, just like there's things that Donald Trump did that were good, and there's certain things that Donald Trump did that were bad, and there's certain things that were out of his control. Okay. But unlike you, I don't just simp and say that everything good that happens is because of my daddy, my daddy in the sky, Trump. I don't do that.
I'm just saying, most people that go to the polls don't have a deep understanding the way you do about how policy works and what policies presidents put forward that necessarily translate into gains in the economy. But they just look at the gas prices. They look at the prices in the grocery store. They look at housing prices. I'm not saying they're good right now. They're not good at all. But for me personally, I'm not looking to buy a house right now. I'm just looking at the gas prices. So that's a reason for me why, I voted for Trump, and I'm happy I voted for Trump. And I don't know anything about policy, but can you name me a policy why the economy was great under Ronald Reagan or why it was great under Clinton? Sometimes coincidence.
Sure. Yeah. First of all, the
I don't
economy
know,
wasn't that great under Reagan,
happen.
to be completely honest with you. I mean, it had its good points. And under Clinton, it was pretty simple. He actually had created that was the last time we had a balanced budget. Yeah. He was actually a freaking economic genius. Not a very good person. Let me be very clear. I don't think Bill Clinton was a very good person. We could actually get into the policies on that. Yeah, I mean, is that really helpful? I've explained to you policies that were recent and you really don't want to listen to them. So why is going back 25 years, 30 years to talk about policy helpful?
So which negative policy did Biden put into place which made the economy bad?
That made the economy bad?
Yeah, the economy was very bad under Biden.
Okay, how was it bad?
Inflation was up 8%.
That wasn't a policy that Joe Biden did.
Oh, so that just happened coincidentally?
No, it wasn't coincidentally at all.
Nothing happens because of the president?
Sir, that wasn't coincidentally. It happened for a reason.
What was the reason?
The reason is that we had a shortage of durables from COVID, from factories shutting down, from people not working. We had a shutdown of shipping lanes throughout the United States, right? We had the OPEC Plus deal, which I talked about earlier. We had the war between Russia and Ukraine.
That shut the economy. So isn't that Biden?
See, sir, you seem to for some reason think, okay, that because you don't want to listen and you don't want to learn that somehow my problem. Like you're like, oh, well, sir, I just explained it to you. I literally just explained it to you. I literally just explained it to you. I was actually in the middle. I was literally just explaining it to you. Sir, I was literally just explaining it to you. And literally you cut me off in the middle of explaining it to you.
I didn't. I thought I heard enough. If there's more to it, I'm all ears.
No, it's fine. Whatever you got to say, go ahead now. Apparently that was the most important thing.
No, because I was just going based off what you said because they shut down the economy and the factories and whatever you said. That's why inflation went up. And I was asking you who made that decision. Didn't the president of Biden make that decision?
The world.
And what about in America? Who made the decision in America?
Yeah, but sir, this isn't an American problem, right? The reason why inflation went up was a worldwide problem, right? That's why inflation went that high for every country on the planet. Well, not that high.
In South Korea, it was half of the amount. It wasn't up 8%.
That's not true.
Oh, good. You could go check it out.
Sure, I will. Gladly.
It could be.
The average.
I just remember hearing that there were different.
The average worldwide was over 9%.
Yeah, but it wasn't 9% all over the place. In certain places where if you don't.
No,
shut
sir.
down
That's
your
why
own
we
country,
do averages, sir. The average across the world was actually higher than it was in the United States.
Okay, I'm not surprised. I'm just saying in the United States, if they wanted to, do you think it helped shutting down the country or made it worse?
South Korea shut down their country more than we did. So if theirs is lower, you're actually proving that shutting down the country doesn't affect inflation.
South Korea shut down the country?
Yeah, like real bad, like all the way, like super, super bad.
So 1 second, but you just finished telling me that shutting down the country.
They shot up to 6.3.
Right, but you just told me the opposite. You just told me shutting down the country is the reason why.
I said shutting down the world was the reason why. I said the shutdown due to COVID. I did not say in the United States.
So according to you,
by the way, this is the inflation rate. This is the inflation rates in South Korea, the ones that he claimed. Okay, we're just so good, and you can see that literally after the freaking opening up of COVID, the inflation rate shot through the roof in South Korea, just like it shot through the roof in every country across the planet.
So okay, fine. I'm just saying, according to you, America wouldn't have been better off if they were opened up during COVID.
Would we have been better off? I mean, not for people's lives.
I'm saying after we realized that COVID wasn't really like a big thing for young, healthy adults, and it was more for seniors and for
No, that's a
people
lie.
with,
I had
diseases
multiple.
and
I
stuff.
literally had multiple friends that freaking died due to COVID that were young, healthy gym rats, actually. Aged super healthy. Conservatives, by the
Really?
way. Yeah, both of them were actually conservatives, funny enough. And it's not, and like, that's not me being hyper, but like, that is truly like a real thing that happened. Yeah.
It's a very interesting. It's almost unheard of. I'm saying from what I heard, I thought it was mostly
it's not
elderly
unheard
and
of,
people
sir.
with sicknesses.
It's not unheard of. It was actually very,
I
very
believe
heard
you.
of.
I just never
Yeah.
heard of it.
It was just that seniors and young people and people of the compromised position had a higher chance of being killed, right? Like that's the truth. But that's the truth with like almost every disease, right? Like I'm 39 years old and in pretty good shape. If I catch pneumonia tomorrow, right, I'm probably going to survive it, right? Where my 80-year-old mom with a compromised immune system, if she catches pneumonia tomorrow, she might die, right? She has like a much higher chance of dying, right? Like that's just how being sick works, right? Like that's how
I'm saying I
disease
live in a
works.
town of 150,000 people. I don't know one person, and I don't think I know one. You know one person that died from COVID around our? Yeah, we don't know one person that died from our age.
Do you know
Not one.
all
Out of a town of
150,000 people in your town? Because that's what's pretty
Oh, it would have
impressive.
been on the news for sure.
It would have been on the news.
We have our own news. Yeah, we have our own local news.
Sir, I literally knew freaking like people my age, and again, I was in my mid 30s at the time, in very good health, and I knew plenty of people, like not plenty of people, I knew a couple people that died, but that's not the point, sir. The point is that when you the reason why things needed to shut down all this stuff, it was actually to protect the people that were more elderly. It was to protect the people that were immune compromised. It was to protect those people, right? It wasn't just for anything. And let's also be very clear: the economy shut down under Trump, right? The economy didn't shut down under Biden. Right. So like, regardless of this, it's really a non sequitur because it shut down under Trump, not the other way around.
Yeah, I'm saying, but yeah, that is true. And then it didn't really have to do with the president. That had to do with more with blue states versus red states. Like Florida opened up first.
It actually had
everything
to do with the president.
Blue states.
It actually had everything to do with the president.
Florida opened up the first, right?
So the reason why it had everything to do with,
with
sir, the reason why it had everything to do with the president, right? The reason why it had everything to do with the president is because the president should have said either A, we're shutting down, or B, we're staying open, right? And if the president had done that,
can you give me 30 seconds? Can you give me 30 seconds, please?
No.
Or you could just let me go because I gotta go. I'm so sorry.
All right, man. Well, I'll finish explaining. Have a good one. He could have gone, we all open up, and then he would have gotten the whatever the repercussions of that, or he said shut down, and he would have had the repercussions of that. But instead, he did nothing. So some states shut down, some states didn't. Some states shut down more than others did. Some reopened more than others did, right? And so therefore, you have not only did you not get herd immunity from everybody being open, right? But you also had all the economic effects from not everybody being being open, right? Like you had it both ways. Literally, the lack of guidance is literally what mostly affected this thing. And it's sad. It's sad. Anyways, y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing going, keep this moving. I'm about to open up these phone lines, open up this guest request box, see what we got over here. CBT, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I'm going to design you a Sir merch. You need it. All right, cool. We'll get that going sooner or later. SDH said, define hypothetical. You certainly asked for one. I asked for hypothetical, or are you telling he asked for a hypothetical? I did give a hypothetical. I probably should have put this up when it showed up. I missed it. Sorry. Clash, thank you so much for the 6-7. Really appreciate that. Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Can we get a huge W's in chat for all the gifters, and especially Taurus for the 5 gifted? I didn't see who actually got them. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. Way to grow the community. All right, let's see who we got over here. Let's keep this thing going. Let's see who this person is. I'm curious. We took a YouTuber, we'll take a TikToker, we'll see what's up. Yo, if you like support the live, I do have super chats, super stickers, memberships, all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for supporting. Oh, also Sharon, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Said Merry Christmas, wish you all the best. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sharon. Huge W's in chat for Sharon for that huge amount over on PayPal. That does not go unnoticed. I really, really appreciate that. Hello, guest, are you there?
Well,
Oh, you were there. Sorry. Anyways, huge W chat for Sharon. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really, really appreciate that. Let's see. I don't see. Let me see. Hello? All right. I don't think that person's here. So we're going to move on. And I'm going to open up these phone lines, get this thing going again. Ugh. I need water after that last one, too. Sorry, I'm trying to send out some stuff to my mods over here. Oh, I'm thirsty. Anyhow. If I have any mods in there, can y'all please respond to the chat in the Discord? Because I am trying to ask y'all a question, and I don't see anyone over there. and I don't see anyone ask the question, which is scaring me. Which scares me a lot. Anyways, while we're waiting on the next caller, it's funny how my phone lines was just blowing up and now nobody's calling, but that's okay. We'll get to somebody next. So I sold a table today. So I sold my table because we're buying a new table. And you said you're not calling this number, guys. It would be ringing. And this guy came to pick it up, and he was like, I was asking him, what did I ask him? I asked him something. Anyway, he was like, yeah, I just got out of ICE detention for the last 3 weeks. Oh, that's what it was. He used to be my neighbor or something. And he was like, he was complaining about his landlord that at the house that he was living at. So I was like, oh, he's like, yeah. He's like, I really needed that for my permanent, like my green card. Because I needed to be able to prove residency and all that sort of stuff. But the landlord was so bad, I didn't even get my time in there. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I actually just got out of ICE detention for the last 3 weeks. I was like, holy shit. Anyways, I'll tell you that rest of the story later. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 30 years old.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
What's that?
Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I support him, on the way he, he's pro-life. I'm pro-life for sure. I'm not against abortions or anything like that.
You're pro-life, so you're not against abortions? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, no, I'm not against abortions. Like, I believe I'm pro-life. Like, I'm glad he's against abortions and he's signing the bill to go against all that.
Dude, Donald Trump ain't against abortions. I would put so much money on that he's freaking probably paid for probably more abortions than any person I know combined. And he sure as hell ain't pro-life if he's over there just, killing random people in the Caribbean. I'll tell you that much.
You don't think pro-life is like, okay, well, let's talk about the abortion situation. I mean, annihilating babies before they're even born, is that even, is that even really a thought? I mean, how can it be a thought into
I don't know. Ask Trump. He's the one who's paid for a bunch of them, not me.
abortion?
Oh yeah. Dude, you think
Oh,
you
no.
think you think a guy that cheated on his first wife with his second wife with his third wife with a porn star while she was pregnant, the person that brags about freaking hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, brags about sexually assaulting women, who like does all, you think that person freaking is like is actually pro-life? Like Melania freaking talks about how she's very, very much pro-choice. She's even talked about how freaking I'm pretty sure she even talked about how freaking Donald Trump how Donald Trump had talked about being pro-life. He was pro-life previously in his previous stances and all sorts of stuff.
It's
Or
insane.
pro-choice in his previous stances, like in the 90s and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, but the thing is like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing and the whole situation that's going on. If they release the files and he's not on there, you're still going to make up a suggestion.
He's already
of
in there.
him not.
He's already in there. That's already too late.
He's in there.
Yeah,
He's in there?
he's in what they've already released. He's already in there. So that is completely not an
he's already
important
in there.
comment because we already know he's in there.
So they released the files finally.
They released like 2 gigs of 300 gigs, and it didn't take long at all for him to be in there.
Oh, so that's one less thing you have to protest about. So why are we still talking about it?
I'm protesting about it. Freaking Donald Trump's head of his FBI was protesting about it. He's actually the assistant director of the FBI was protesting about it.
No, it was not Donald Trump's FBI. Okay, whatever. Donald Trump's FBI was protesting about it. Well, he's still a president, so obviously it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Well, why does it matter now?
Why does it matter if your president hung out and was like best friends with the world's most notorious sex trafficker? What
So
are you
look at
truly
P. Diddy.
asking me why that matters?
Yes, because look at P. Diddy now. He's in prison, so why isn't Donald Trump
P.
in
Diddy
prison?
ain't the
Because-
fucking president.
Exactly. P. Diddy's in prison.
Yeah.
He was already committed. So if Donald Trump
not
is
for
committed,
long
then
enough,
why
by
is
the
he
way.
in prison? Because he wasn't committed. Y'all
Wasn't
just trying to throw stuff.
Why do you keep saying
y'all just
committed?
Because he's committed in prison. He was already guilty. He's already in prison, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
P.
you're
Diddy
trying to
is-
say convicted. You're trying to say
Yeah.
convicted. Committed is what they
Yeah,
do.
I'm sorry, I
What
apologize.
committed is what they do to people before they send them to like mental asylums, which I also believe Donald Trump should probably be committed because I'm pretty sure he has dementia. But regardless of that, I'm pretty sure he also should be committed. But regardless of that, he also should be convicted. Well, I mean, he is convicted just of other crimes.
Yeah, of course. But he's not. He's still our president, is what I'm saying, and he's not convicted of any crimes. And you said they already
He's
released
been
the
convicted of
Epstein files.
34 crimes.
So why is he in prison?
Because they didn't send him to prison because he became president.
So he's not going to be in prison. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, in reality,
make it
it
make
doesn't make
sense.
any
Make it
sense.
make
You are
sense.
100% correct. In reality, the law should apply to everyone, regardless of amount of money or status, right?
The
But
reality in
unfortunately,
their mind isn't making any sense.
unfortunately,
That's the whole
but
thing.
sir, unfortunately, that's not the way our justice system works. And how much money you have and what position you hold very, very, very much affects whether you go to prison or not. Yeah.
Well, stop following TikTok and all this other, mind-numbing the platforms you follow and understand the whole situation. If he was convicted of a felony, he would be in prison.
No, he was convicted of a felony, 34 of them actually, and the judge literally said, "We're not giving you any punishment because you became president."
No,
Now, it's not a no or yes thing. This is not me having a
This is what
debate,
y'all
sir.
do, though.
Sir.
This is exactly what y'all do.
I'm
Yes,
not.
I'm listening.
I'm not having a debate with you over whether what happened. Okay, that's what happened. If you'd like to make comments about what happened, okay, which is exactly what I just said. All right. If you'd like to make comments about what happened, then we can have a conversation about what happened. But I'm not arguing with you about whether reality exists. Okay?
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm pro-life. I was talking about pro-life. I came on here to talk about pro-life, and you jumped this to this whole different situation about Trump being convicted of, I don't know, however many felonies, but whatever. I'm pro-life. Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong to have Trump be pro-life also?
Oh, I was just pulling up this whole article about how Donald Trump paid for abortions. Just wanted to throw that up there where Donald Trump was in an
So he
interview.
paid
and
for abortion. He
literally
paid for
talked about
abortion.
it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So again, apparently this isn't between me and Donald Trump. This is between me and you then, because I'm pro-life. And then why wouldn't you be pro-life?
Yeah, but see, this
Like
whole
you
thing is
said.
about why you support Donald Trump, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you support Donald Trump based off this thing about him being, pro-life, whatever. He's not. First of all, pro-life, the way you guys describe it, doesn't exist, right? You guys
How
are just
bad
more.
does life have to be to kill? Is what I'm asking.
How life
'Cause
does
you're-
bad have to be to kill? You do realize
I know.
he's just killing people in the Caribbean, just right now, right? Just killing all sorts of people, right?
Yeah, but how about the baby inside the womb?
Gotcha.
Is
So
what
you
I'm
don't
asking.
think Donald Trump should be able to, you don't think Donald Trump should be able to pass legislation that unalives fetuses, but once they're born, fuck them, right? Yeah, once they're born, we can kill them all we want. We can't, unborn fetuses can't touch those. But the second they start breathing, fuck them, right? Like, oh, you're gonna starve to death at schools. Nope, can't. We'll just let you starve to death at schools because we don't believe you need to eat because you're breathing now, right? You're breathing now, so now you don't fucking matter.
You're talking about the opposite of what I'm talking about. Is he's pro-life. He's trying to do away with abortions. So I don't know where you're coming from or what you're talking about, but
Sir, if he gets
I
rid of
mean, the whole
abortion,
thing
how
about
does he get
abortion-
rid of Satan's butt baby?
what?
Satan, he's having Donald Trump's butt baby. It's the Antichrist.
See, I have no idea what you're talking about. You just threw me a curve. I don't know what that
Anyways,
is.
it was reported by South Park. Don't worry about it. Anyways, regardless of any of that, sir, what I'm saying is that Donald Trump has not exhibited anything, all right, that is pro-life, right? He's not pro-life, okay? Donald Trump did put in Supreme Court justices, and those Supreme Court justices did overturn Roe versus Wade during the Dobbs decision, right? And that is a horrible thing that has caused, literally millions of women to go without health care, to defund, things like Planned Parenthood, which take away, cancer screenings and STI screenings for, millions of women across the United States. Right, and it's literally done only thing to hurt people. It has shown women to be dying on the dying on literal hospital floors in hospitals because they're not allowed to get the medical care that they need. And this is all because people like you, for some reason, feel the need that a bunch of men should do a bunch of legislating on what women can do with their bodies because you guys are more about control over women's bodies than you are about anything else. Okay, that is what is going on here, right? And it's very, very sad that you would support somebody that does that just because you are insecure with your own place and and women's place in this world, right? And because that's really what's going on. We can talk about about abortion and all the statistics and stuff about how badly it hurts women and how how it creates like medical deserts where they're not able to get care. We can talk about all of these things, right? Not to mention the fact that if you actually look at the statistics about Roe versus Wade being overturned, abortions actually went up in the United States. But I suspect that your only argument towards it is some type of religious argument.
No, not at all. Well, now that you bring up that, people are taking away their funds from the government, it's actually not coming from the government. It's coming from hardworking people like ourselves, like you and me and everybody else that actually wants to work.
Yeah, I want my tax dollars, sir. I want my tax dollars to go to cancer screenings. That's a good thing.
You want okay. Well, you can pay for it. The thing is, it's like people that don't want to try and take advantage, and they continue to take advantage of hardworking people like you and I. And the thing is that you don't see it, I don't see it, nobody sees it, and it keeps
Hold on.
getting
Who's
taken
taking advantage of me?
Look, there's very many people who are taking advantage of you right now.
I mean, you're taking advantage of my time right now. But besides that, who's taking advantage of me?
I'm not trying to take advantage of your time. I mean, if you want, you can hang up. I mean, it's fine by me. But
Well, I'm just saying you're making this arbitrary statement saying people are taking advantage of. Yeah, there are tons of people that are taking advantage of me, but it's not the people that need free healthcare, right? It's not the people that need cancer screenings or STI screenings or any other type of thing that things like defunding Planned Parenthood takes away by defunding it, contraception and birth control and all that sort of stuff. It's literally the billionaires that are getting huge freaking tax cuts from the Trump administration and using that money to line their pockets. Where you have people like Elon Musk, who literally has enough money to probably fix every problem the United States has, but instead is so rich that he can't spend all that money in freaking 20 lifetimes, right? And that guy is getting my tax dollars. Elon Musk is getting tax dollars, right? He's getting subsidies. He's literally getting government bailouts. He's literally getting all of our tax dollars. That is being taken advantage of me. I don't believe that any of my dollars should go into the pockets of billionaires through the tax dollars, right? Through tax dollars. But I do want my tax dollars to make sure that people can eat and have health care. So you're right. There are people within our government that are taking advantage of us, but it's not the people that need to make sure they don't have breast cancer. Like,
yeah, and I understand that, but like you're talking about like premarital, contraception and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is like, do they really use that for premarital for contraception?
Contraception can be used even if you're married, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just because you're married doesn't mean you just gotta start popping out babies like you're a rabbit, right?
I mean, people do that though. I mean, you got to be honest with yourself.
People pop out babies that shouldn't be popping out babies all the time. Yeah, but just because we're talking about support for contraception doesn't mean that it has anything to do with premarital or postmarital. Not that that's any of my fucking business, regardless.
I mean, it kind of is if you're going to be taking care of them, because that's where your tax dollars is going, is what I'm saying.
Yes, I want my tax dollars to go to STI prevention. Bro, I don't care. As long as they are consenting adults, and it doesn't need to be two of them, okay? It could be 3, 4, 5. I don't really give a shit what y'all are doing out there and who y'all are fucking, to be completely honest with you. As long as it is consensual and they are adults, I really couldn't give a shit. And please wrap your shit up. Okay, because again, I don't need anybody catching like STDs or STIs, and please stop just impregnating random people. It is not helping any of us. All right, like
exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying is what you're talking about right now is that people are not people don't have any self-control. Is what I'm saying. They need to understand. You have sex, you're gonna have a baby. You could have a baby. It's not, 100% sure, but that's the whole point. And there's ways to prevent, having an abortion is not have sex in the first place.
Oh, gotcha. So your stance is instead of just have contraception, so where people don't have babies, right? You think that the answer is just telling people to stop fucking. I'm gonna let you know right now. That shit ain't fucking happening, dude. Everybody's fucking. Everybody's always fucking. It's literally like evolutionary. It's for like our species. Like everybody's gonna keep doing it, bro. Like just thought I'd let you know. You ain't gonna convince people like, hey y'all should just stop having sex. We're not gonna do that, right? Let's think logically, right? Like people are going.
Yes, I understand, but you can cuss at me all you want, and
I'm not cussing at you, sir. Please don't get all up in your fifis. Yeah, I'm cussing a lot, but I'm not cussing at you, right? So there's a big difference between people are fucking, right? Which is just a reality of the situation, right? And you can go fuck yourself for trying to control women's bodies. You see how those are two different things? One is just me cursing. The other one is me cursing at you. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, just for clarity as we move forward.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I thought you had some more to say there.
I mean, I don't know how to make myself any more clear. It's just that women and men have to understand what happens when you have sex.
Sir, have you ever had
Contraception
sex?
or not contraception? Yeah, I mean, of course.
Because
I
it
got
doesn't
10
sound
kids,
like
man.
it.
I got 10 kids, and I take care of all of them.
You got 10 kids.
I have 10 kids.
Yeah.
Take care of all of them.
Man. Y'all, women out there, just remember, okay? Just,
Woman.
It's insane.
okay? Women out there,
Woman.
you could be number 11. Okay? You could be number 11 if you play your cards right. And don't think, don't think a condom is happening, okay? Don't even. Can
Yeah.
you please stop fucking, like, please?
I mean, okay.
That is way too many.
Well, I had a set of triplets, and then I had a set of twins,
Yeah, can you just please stop?
and then another set of twins. So don't. I mean, it wasn't my plan. I just wanted. I wanted. a
Well,
big
you should
family,
have thought
but
about that before you spread your legs.
God gave me more.
You should have thought about that before you spread your legs. So
I mean, I'm not worried about it. I mean, it's fine, but I'm worried about having to take care of everybody.
I'm
else.
worried about
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I am physically worried about it.
Well, that's your problem, but you're over here talking about how you don't mind your taxpayer money to go to other situations that don't even have to, do with you. And you're talking about all that, and
Sure.
then you're telling me over here that you're worried about my situation when I'm taking care of my kids. I mean, I make $14,000 a month. I mean, I'm fine. We're good. We're good over here. But what I'm saying is, like, you're over here worried about me when you should be worried about that.
Oh no, sir, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about humanity.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not worried about you.
You should be.
I'm sure
You
you
should
take care
be.
of your kids. I'm sure you take care of your kid. That's totally fine. Okay. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is that humanity is now worse because of it.
yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm worried about.
The thing is, you know what? Don't worry about it because Donald Trump's in office, so you don't have nothing to worry about. Just getting all your transgender friends and everything, comfort them and make sure they're doing all right, and you'll be all right.
Trust me, sir. There is no transgender person on the face of the planet that is doing more damage to this world than you are with 10 kids. Okay. That is a
That doesn't make
that
any
is
sense.
a dead promise. And we might actually go back
How
in
do you know
evolution.
that for
We might actually go back an evolutionary step from you if you have one more kid. Okay. We might actually revert as a species. Okay.
I might do that then. I might do that just to. If that's true, then I might do that.
All right. Well, you get on it. Okay.
All right, buddy. Well,
All
I'll be
right.
on it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move on to somebody else. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Welcome in. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna have a whole bunch of like Marjorie Taylor Greens running around here, like real soon. Just telling you. We're gonna it's rare. It's just rare that the smart ones have 10 kids. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. It's just rare. Like, it's just rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen, but it's just rare. Like, I think maybe like us smart people should like be like trying to keep up or something like that. Cause I'm letting you know right now, the dumb ones are fucking, bro. And they're having all the kids. Okay. Like they are like the dumb ones are having all of them. All right. Not a condom in sight. Mindspeak, thank you so much for the $10 See, hold on. I want to put this up real quick before I go to Mindspeak's chat, super chat, because I don't want to miss this. See, right here. Sorry, I got to put this up there. Her said, not in this economy. See, that's the problem, is that us smart people are like, we don't want to have kids. Not in this economy, right? It's not a good economy to have kids in. This is bad, right? And dumb people are just like, what the fuck is the economy? And they're just fucking, bro. Like, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit, dude. Like, straight the hell up. the people that are having all the kids right now can't spell economy, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. Again, this is not 100%. This is just... just saying. Mindspeak, thank you so much for the $10 super chats. I still believe that if Trump and MAGAs believe that he took a bad economy after all previous president, oh boy, he would lose his mind if he took after with Bush mess. But who did? That's right. Obama. That's who did that. Also, just today, speaking of Bush, just kind of crazy. I was listening to a whole like montage of Bush talking about immigration. And it is wild how much smarter he sounds now that Trump is president. Isn't that crazy? That is wild how much smarter he sounds now that Trump is president. Just throwing that out there. Yo, if you guys like support the live, I do have Cash App and PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I also have super chats, super stickers, and a live gift goal that I have not hit yet over on TikTok. So if you guys like support, I really appreciate that. Also, please consider becoming a member or a super fan or gifting in the like. I also really appreciate that too. Thank you so much. Shadow, thank you for the $2. Says Donald Trump is pro sowing his demented oaths. Yeah, with immigrants doing jobs Americans won't do. That's for damn sure. Mindspeak, thank you so much for the $5. Said, answer me this, MAGAs. If you guys call yourself patriots, why would guys still defending someone who goes against our laws as patriots or against our Constitution? As the Supreme Court just ruled that, he was against the law in his National Guard deployment to Chicago, in case you guys haven't heard. Big surprise. Anyways, thank you so much, Mindspeak. Oh, Mindspeak again said, I can't believe that the caller is walking around with 10 EBT cards. Damn, oh my God, his poor wife. his poor... You know what? I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. You know what? I'm taking up a new leaf. I'm going to be nice. I ain't going to talk about his wife like that. You don't talk about a man's wife like that, all right? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. All right? Thank you. Appreciate that. 77, thank you so much for the $10 super chat and happy holidays, Polly, and thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, 77. I really appreciate that. All right, we're gonna open up this phone line, keep this thing going. We're gonna leave up the little happy holidays. That's not my birthday anymore. My birthday was 3 weeks ago. We're gonna leave up the little happy holidays message for a little bit, and thank you guys so much for the Christmas gifts, the holiday gifts. All of those things. As we keep this thing going. Hello, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. How are you today?
I'm all right. You?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
31.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No.
No, you don't?
No, I'm willing to give him a chance, though.
He's had a chance. He's had 5 years.
Dude, first time around was different. He's only been in a year.
Yeah, it is different.
First time around, he didn't really know anybody in D.C. I'll give him that opportunity.
Sir, he was bad last time and worse this time. What am I waiting for? What do I need to wait for?
I do. So this is where we can agree that I don't support Trump anymore. So we agree on that, but what can we agree on for the future?
What can we
What
agree
kind
on
of
for the
can- what-
future?
what kind of-
That we
what
need to
kind of-
vote a whole bunch of Democrats in the midterms to make sure we can finally check this autocrat's power.
See, that's where you're losing me, because Republicans and Democrats are all on the same team for their pockets.
Nope. One of them is supporting an autocracy and the other one isn't. It's that simple.
No, you're looking at it completely wrong. They're all corrupt.
Sir,
So,
even if
and
they're all
I do-
corrupt, sir.
I listened to your
even
last
it-
caller
sir,
as well.
Sir, even if they're all corrupt, that doesn't change what I'm saying.
So why would you vote Democrats in?
Because one is against autocracy and the other one isn't.
I'm focused on America. That's all.
So am I.
Okay, so all right. Well, I was listening to this last caller, and you were talking about how you disagree with him being pro-life. What's wrong with that? Why can't people disagree?
Because you have no business being pro-life or pro-anything because you can't birth a child. My agreement is not sir, my opinion is not whether you're pro-life or you're pro-choice. My opinion is that you don't get an opinion.
So do I get opinion to not pay child support?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's just that doesn't work that way?
No, it does not. Not in the
Okay,
slightest.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so a man could tell a woman to get an abortion, and
Nope.
she says she want to keep it. Then when he
Why
wants
do you
to
think
leave
you have the
her,
right
he's
to-
forced to pay child support?
Why do you think that a man has a right to tell a woman anything?
Because it's not her body.
It's not her body?
Correct? Yeah.
Oh, whose body is it?
After 6 weeks, it has a heartbeat. It's a child.
So what? What does a heartbeat have to do with anything?
It means a person is alive.
According to who?
Science.
Science doesn't believe that. Tons of things
Science
have heartbeats.
says-
Tons of things
Science
have
says a
heartbeat.
heartbeat.
Science in
says a
no way,
heartbeat
shape, or
defines a
form.
person.
No, it does not.
It does.
It does
There's
not in any way,
countless
shape, or
studies on
form.
it.
Sure, show me one.
Okay, so my stance on that is
No, show me your study. You said there's plenty of studies on that.
we're on the phone. I can't.
Sir,
I can't
then
show
tell
you
me
a
where I
study.
can find. Sir, there's not even a heart at 6 weeks. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. A fetus doesn't even have a heart at 6 weeks. How can it have a heartbeat?
It has a heartbeat at 6 weeks.
It doesn't have a
What are you
heart.
talking about?
What are you talking about?
You don't know that? You don't know that simple fact? Come on, man.
I don't know.
That's a fact.
The simple fact. That's what
That's
you're
a
saying.
fact, man. That's a fact.
Dude, what does a heart have to do with
Okay,
anything?
all right.
What's the
So
what's
we'll
the job?
agree to disagree.
What is life? Let's go there.
What is life? It's a living person.
That you're just life equals living?
Correct.
Yeah, that's not a definition. That's the same word.
I don't know what other answer you'd want. I mean, what would you define?
Well,
life
you're
as?
defining it as a heartbeat. And by the way, I'm literally showing right here that there is cardiac activity, often described as a heartbeat in parentheses. It's typically a detectable ultrasound around 6 weeks of gestation, appearing as electrical impulses in a developing cardiac tube, which moves blood, though it does not have a fully formed heart yet.
Yeah, and you're talking about all this Planned Parenthood nonsense, like
Sir,
women
I
can't
just
get
I just
healthcare.
brought up on the screen literally how the fetus does not have a heart at 6 weeks.
It does.
I
It does.
literally
It's
just
been
put it up
proven
and
in
put it
studies.
for everybody.
Well, I mean, I can always call back and debate that, but I'm not watching your stream right now. I'm just calling.
Okay.
But so that's where we disagree. But me personally, I'm against all abortions unless it's rape or incest.
I don't give a fuck what you're against.
All right. Well, you're asking for callers, and I'm calling you. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're asking for
getting
callers.
money. You're getting money
your
off my
you're
view
getting,
and giving you a
sir,
show. What are
trust
you
me, I'm
talking
not
about?
making any money off of you.
Okay, I'm sure.
That is
That's why you're
pretty.
getting super chat
That is
and you're streaming.
that is pretty. Sir, I haven't gotten a single super chat since you got on the fucking call.
Okay, you got super chats before. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
from other
This
sir.
is
Sir, it
your
is
job.
pretty. It is pretty
This is
fucking.
your job. You're talking about political stuff.
Shh. It is pretty narcissistic that you think that you can call my live and that you are some benefit to my live. You are not worth a goddamn thing to this live or really to this planet. Okay? So if you think for
And
some
who are
reason
you?
that
And who are you?
And if you think for
And who
some
are you?
reason shh. If you think for some reason that you
And
have
who
some
are you? You think
speak
anybody
again
cares
while I'm
what the fuck
talking and
you
I'm
have
hanging
to
up the
say?
fucking phone.
You think?
All right, that's fine. Anyways, you think that you matter and you don't. Okay, this is the world that we live in with participation trophies. Okay, where people like that think that they matter. Okay, you don't matter, sweetheart. Nobody cares about you. Okay. This is why you try to control women. This is why you think you deserve an opinion on women's bodies. This is why you want to tell women what they're going to fucking do with their bodies, like you so aptly said. Okay? Because you think you matter, because you think you're special. Okay? And I am just here to let you know that you're not. Okay? You don't matter, sweetheart. Just thought I'd let you know. Plenty of people will call on this live. And to be completely honest, I'll either tell them whether I want to talk to them or I won't want to talk to them at all. Don't matter to me, sweetheart. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Where you were you born?
2007. Just turned 18 in September.
Oh God, you barely have an
Yeah.
opinion.
Hey, nah, hey, I'm very informed. I did just register to vote, so if you want to sit down and talk with me, you can, or you can remove me.
Well, what do you want?
Well, the question is, why do you still support Trump? I don't support Trump. I just think that compared to the candidates that they ran against him, Kamala, I feel like he was the better option. Looking back now on it, it's like a 50-50 because of the deportation issues and the No King's Day and all the protests that he has going on against him. But I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. I also do support some of the policies that he's doing, like raising the tariffs. I know that is like a little bit of an issue when it comes to like our allies and stuff, and it's making us the consumers pay more. But the point of that is to bring more business to the United States, and over time we are going to see those businesses from Japan, China coming over here to the United States
No, we're not.
to make more. Why do you say that?
Because Donald Trump is just dropping the tariffs.
Repeat that.
Donald Trump isn't holding to any tariff policy. He's putting on tariffs and he's removing tariffs. Why would companies decide to do long-term plans to move here to pay
Because
to pay higher wages and higher costs and not have the natural resources for a tariff policy that they can't guarantee is going to continue to be on?
Because why are companies gonna keep paying that massive tariff when they're not gonna have to pay it at all if they relocate to the United States?
They're not paying the massive tariff. Okay. First of all, let's be clear. Second of all, again, that only works if the tariff is put on and left on, which it's not. Donald Trump has already reneged on most of those fucking tariffs.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just
Gotcha.
keeps putting on tariffs and then removing tariffs, then putting on tariffs
Okay.
and then removing tariffs, then putting on tariffs and removing tariffs. If you put on tariffs and you leave them there for a long period of time, then companies have to make that decision, right? But if you don't do that and you just go back and forth, then it just creates uncertainty in the market, which is the
Yep,
reason
and
which is the
there's the
reason why
argument.
companies aren't hiring right now and why we've lost almost 1 million jobs just this year.
Yep, you're right. I agree with that. But it's like a risk versus reward, and right now the reward is not showing. But I do have hope and belief that it's gonna work in the future. So yeah. Another point that I
Oh no,
go
hold
ahead,
on.
go
I'm
ahead.
not done with that point yet. And let's also be very
Go.
clear that means the tariff rate has to then make up the difference between it has to be larger than the difference between the labor costs and the resources costs of moving to the United States. And it's not, right? If you put a 25% tariff on whatever Japan, it doesn't matter. But the labor costs are 4 times more expensive here, then it's cheaper for them to just raise the price by 25% than it is to move the factory, and that's what's happening right now.
Okay, you got me. I can hop on to my next point of why I'm okay with Trump being the
Let's be
president.
very clear. This 18-year-old is smarter than every single Trump supporter that I've talked to today. Okay? So let's stop there, okay? The fact that he even everything that he has said is smarter than what any other 30-something-year-old has said to me today. So let's be very, very clear before we're talking all this shit, okay? So just being honest.
Appreciate
All right.
that.
So, anyways, continue.
If the Democrats had ran a better candidate than Kamala, I feel like the Democrats would have won. But I feel like the reason that you guys did not win is because we need a serious president. And when Kamala was, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, when Kamala was running for election, she was dancing. That's all I can really say. She was dancing, and when she would go into debates, her points weren't really like thought out. And
Kamala Harris destroyed Trump in that debate. I don't know what debate you were watching, but she absolutely wrecked him. Second of all, Donald Trump danced
I
so
get
much.
all of my information off of TikTok and Google, so
Yeah.
I saw small clips.
Yeah, Donald Trump literally danced so much they literally have the Trump dance.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He literally dances
you're right.
all the time. The reason why Kamala Harris didn't win is a multitude of things, right? One, do I think we could have ran a better candidate? Yes, but that would have required Joe Biden to drop out when he was supposed to, right? And we would have actually had a chance to see if Kamala Harris was the correct candidate, because maybe if she had enough time, then maybe she was the right candidate, but we didn't really have an ability to freaking really vet her out and for her to actually create a full-size platform because she didn't have the time to do it, right? So that's the number one problem. Second of all, okay, let's just call a duck on what it is. Donald Trump has only ever beaten 2 people for presidency in the United States ever, and it's the only 2 women to run off a major party.
Both women.
Yep.
Correct.
So let's be very clear. The fact that she was a woman definitely didn't help the situation whatsoever, because it just shows that the United States as a whole has a misogyny problem, right? Especially when it comes to black women, even more than just women or black people for some reason. So let's not twist that to think that, like, oh, it's because she wasn't serious. Of course she was serious. She actually, I think, did an excellent job for the small amount of time that she had. She just didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah. My question to you is, if you guys could, would you run Kamala again, or would you pick a different candidate?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I wouldn't run her. I wouldn't run her again.
Newsom is very good from California.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I like Newsom, but we'll see.
Okay, can we touch up on his deportation policies? How do you feel about that?
Sure, we'll do it real quick.
Okay.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I feel like Donald Trump is literally being ran by, and the White House and his deportation policies are being ran by Stephen Miller, who's a complete white nationalist who spouts Nazi rhetoric. I think he even got cut off on CBS for just being a complete, a complete racist, horrible person, right? And his policies show that it doesn't allow for any humanity. It doesn't allow for any decency. It doesn't allow for any flexibility. It doesn't allow for any of the things that we actually need in this country when it comes to our immigration policy. Is it important for us to have strong borders? I absolutely agree that we should. Is it important for us to go after criminals and terrorists that are in the United States that may have gotten here? I 100% agree that that's true also, but it doesn't mean that we don't have to, that we have to do it without humanity. It doesn't mean that we have to build concentration camps. It doesn't mean that we have to send people to torture prisons overseas. It doesn't mean that we have to separate families. It doesn't mean that we have to do any of that stuff. We can have strong immigration policy without doing all of these things, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why we have all of these things is actually not Donald Trump as much as it is Stephen Miller. And I believe the reason why we have Stephen Miller is because of people like J.D. Vance and Don Jr. And those people are really like running it. Because, I mean, for whatever y'all wanted to say, or people wanted to say about Joe Biden, Donald Trump is a literal dementia patient that does not have a fucking clue where the fuck he is at, who is literally falling asleep on camera, like on a fucking weekly basis at this point. The dude is off his rocker, and that White House is being ran by everybody but him. And the people that are under him are horrific people.
Okay. All right. I will agree on some of the statements that you did say. The names of the people you brought up, I'm not very well informed on them. Hillary Clinton in 2016, I did some research on her. I was very young. But looking back, I did agree with the border policy plan that she did have. She wanted to vet people out before deporting them, unlike what Trump is doing, where he's just picking people up off the streets and sending them to wherever the hell he wants to send them to. But I do agree that he is the mass deportation. I feel like it is needed in a sense to where the job market in America is very scarce, and I want to put myself before other people, not to be selfish, but as an American, I want to. It's America first. You feel me? So I can understand that there has to be a sense of like deporting people in the right way, in a human way, but I'm not against deportation, which is what a lot of Democrats they just attack Trump on. Oh, he's deporting people. Obama deported people too.
Yeah,
But
he
you're right.
did.
You're right.
But
You're right.
the job market is not because of immigrants. Or we literally have about as many open jobs in the United States as we have people that are unemployed. The unemployment is rising significantly and drastically. Regardless of Donald Trump, the more Donald Trump tries to deport people and scares people away from work, the more our unemployment rate goes up. We have the highest unemployment rate right now at 4.6% that we've had in 4 years, right? So it is not the immigrants are not the reason. Actually, if we actually look at immigrants and immigrant labor in the United States, when we actually increase immigration in the United States, we actually, on top of that, increase the labor force of the United States because they do things like complementary jobs, right? So you have, a lot of immigrants that are working, like just as example, as like dishwashers and bussers, right? Which then creates jobs for like servers and bartenders that Americans do, right? You can't do one without the other. So they actually complement the jobs of Americans. So we actually almost see it to almost a 1-to-1 in the United States. For when we have immigrants that are working, we actually have American jobs that almost 1-to-1 are created based off of those immigrants working, right? So not to mention the fact that, we also have the other argument that is also that immigrants usually work jobs that Americans generally don't want to do. And it's really more of a locale thing than it is anything else, right?
Yeah.
So if you deport, 1,000 immigrants from the Central Valley of California in their agricultural district, right? That doesn't create 1,000 jobs in factories in Detroit, right? They don't relate to each other. So the places that we're deporting migrants from, right, are not the places that people usually need jobs from, because most of those job openings and stuff like that are unemployed people coming from like, places in the South, places in the Midwest.
Very good point.
Yeah, where the migrants that are being deported from places like California, places like Texas and stuff like that, right? So it's both things. One, migrants help create jobs for Americans. Two, deporting migrants doesn't create an open job market in the United States. And three, most people aren't going to do that job for the wage regardless. So it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. I think most people would probably actually just go rather work at McDonald's than go out and move to the Central Valley of California and work in 120 degree heat, picking whatever and stuff like that. And it's just the way that our mindsets are. It's the way our economy is. The way we're brought up is what is good jobs, what are bad jobs, and all that sort of stuff. But hey, I'm going to move on to the next caller. I think that you are very respectful, and I think that you have a lot to learn. But you sound like a smart young man.
I'm gonna look into the point you touched on.
Yeah, your nose is killing me today, dude. Sorry, that sniffing has to go.
That.
No, man, I hope you feel better. I really do. I no hate.
Thank you. I'll be in here again. Have a good day.
Have a good one. Yeah, y'all can make fun of that kid for being 18 or like whatever. You can do whatever you want. That is the literal smartest person I've talked to today. Like by a long shot. Like that was no one I've talked to has been under 30 today. And that 18-year-old is 10 times smarter than every single 30-plus-year-old that I've talked to. Just being honest. Okay? But he's young, he's smart, he'll figure it out. I don't gotta guide people like that. People like that'll figure it out on their own. They'll figure it out on their own. Glitcho, thank you so much for the $2. Said I hate that caller. I think that was about the caller before and definitely not about that caller. But thank you for the $2. Thank you. I'm 99% sure that was about him. Yo, please make sure you all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Pay links in the bio. Super chats, super stickers, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Live gift goal. Likes up, by the way. Likes up. All those things. Okay? All right, let's open up the phone lines. Let's keep this thing going. I really appreciate it. Oh, do I have people over in TikTok too? Let's see. We'll see who I can get in first. Who's this person? Let's check out this person. Who do we got here? And they're gone. I just talked to you the other day. You were being weird. You were up the other day. Weren't you being weird?
What do you mean by weird?
No, I guess that answers that question. Didn't you come up and talk about something weird last time?
Well, we talked about the Epstein files.
Oh yeah, you were the one talking about Michael Jackson. That's right. I don't need to talk to you again. You're weird. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? How old are you?
Hey, I got a serious question for you.
Yeah, well, how old are you?
56.
Awesome. What's your question?
Question is, a couple of weeks ago, you had a whole bunch of John Bondi and Noam and Casper Tell. All these people were in the house under questioning, right?
Okay.
And they didn't have very many answers to a whole bunch of stuff that Democrats were asking. Is there any penalty for them or any repercussions for them when they just blatantly lie to the public and to the House?
Not while they're still in power. A lot of this stuff is going to probably come into effect after they leave.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah, I think once they leave and we get a Democrat in the presidency, I think that there's going to be a lot of criminal investigations that are going to happen. But as long as they still have this House and this Senate and this protection apparatus around anything that Donald Trump touches, I don't see them having any repercussions, unfortunately. Yeah. What's Pam Bondi gonna do? Like she gonna investigate and prosecute herself?
No, I know that. I know she's
Yeah,
not
just
gonna do
you know.
but it seems pretty sad that the House and the Senate are kneecapped like that, where they don't have any power.
Vote
they can ask
in
questions and
the
they get no answer.
midterms.
Oh no, don't worry about me.
I'm not really telling you as much as I'm telling everybody else. Vote in the midterms. Vote in the midterms. Vote in the midterms.
Yeah.
Vote in the midterms.
Right on.
Cool.
All right, that was my question. I mean, if a normal citizen went in court and had to answer questions and was asked questions and they couldn't come up with the answers, you either fire them or you.
Dude, if any of us did like what this administration does on like a random Tuesday, we'd be in jail for the rest of our lives.
Correct.
Yeah. Not even a question.
Correct. Yeah, I wouldn't see daylight again without chains and razor blades.
The literal Supreme Court said Donald Trump broke the law today. Like
On what?
The conservative Supreme Court said that he broke the law. Like today.
On what?
On his National Guard deployment to Chicago.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, even like they literally were like, yeah, he's in violation of Title 10.
Right on. I've been Christmas shopping, so I missed that one.
Yeah, look into it, man. Like I said, even the Supreme Court, the very conservative Supreme Court, is like, that's against the law. You can't do that. So,
wow.
Cool. But no one cares. No one cares.
No. People care.
His people don't care. That's what I mean.
No, his people, they could tort themselves to believe whatever they need to make themselves feel good.
Yep, exactly.
So, all right, man, that was my question. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man. By the way, Interstellar, if you want to come back, I'll let you come back for a sec. I'll let you swing in for a second. Yeah. Y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Who's this person? I don't know who you are. Try to take like a call and then like a TikTok cast and like a call and then like a TikTok cast. I'm trying to keep it even. Hello? Shay, thank you so much for the coral. All right, you're not there. Who's this person? He's still talking about Michael Jackson, Ryan. Hello?
How's it going, Paulie?
Hi, how's it going?
Going good. Hey, could you explain to me on the when they found a bunch of they acquitted Trump on some of those Epstein files? Is it all of them? Is there a certain amount of them?
You said they acquitted him on them? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Or I'm sorry, they released him on some of the files?
Yeah. Apparently, I haven't gotten a huge chance to dig into it, but I know they released more files today, and apparently, there's a whole lot more Trump in the newly released ones. But I'm not. I haven't gotten a chance to dig it. I mean, he was in the old ones. They were obviously like redacting the heck out of him. Like we already knew that was happening, but I've heard the new ones are pretty bad. I gotta get, like I tell everybody, I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, and so like after work I passed out, and so like my research is a little low today, so I need to jump back. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I've heard he's in a lot of the new stuff, but again, that really shouldn't surprise anyone, right?
Okay, and then on the on the dividends or the refund or whatever, what I don't know if it's dividends refund, but on the 1776 to the military,
Mhm.
was that a dividend or refund?
It wasn't
Which I
either, actually. So what it was is repackaged money that was already going to the military. So back in May, they approved a housing allowance raise for the military, which would fall under
okay.
their what's called
BAH,
BAH, right? Yeah, if you're
basic
familiar.
allowance. Yep.
Yeah. So it'd be fall. So it was a BAH raise for the military, right? That was supposed to go in, but instead of him giving the BAH raise, he repackaged it, pretty much added $1 to it, and called it a bonus check at the end of the year, which was already money that was already going to be sent to them by Congress. But the most important thing of that too, right? Because the money was going to them regardless, right? The more important thing is now that he's repackaged it as a bonus, now it's actually taxable income, where basic allowance for housing isn't. So he actually fucked them over on money that they were already getting.
He taxed that?
The American government taxes military pay and military bonuses, but the tax system doesn't tax.
BH, yeah.
Yeah, they
Basic
don't tax.
allowance housing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like that.
Wow.
So actually, he fucked over the military on that. He took money they were already getting and then made it taxable when it wasn't before.
So the money was already accounted for.
The money was already going to him. The money's been going to the military. It was for 2026 for a BAH raise.
What do you think about the 2000 dividend? Like playing Monopoly, you get dividend for $2,000.
What, $2,000?
You didn't hear about it, where every American's going to get the 2,000 or something.
That one's
The-
easy.
the
Yeah, that's
tariffs
not
are-
gonna fucking happen. Yeah.
I mean, if you do the math, is that like how many billions? A couple hundred billion.
I don't know. I know it ain't fucking happening. I know it ain't happening. I'll tell you that much. Where's my Doge check? I'm still waiting on my Doge check. They disbanded Doge before I got my check. Apparently, Doge was saving us so much money that I was getting a Doge check, and I still haven't seen it. And I don't expect I'm getting a tariff check either. If we are, then I'm terrified to see what the repercussions of that, as we just raise the debt ceiling by $4 trillion on where the heck we're getting money for a tariff check, because the numbers that Donald Trump is claiming that we're making on tariffs is not even in the ballpark of the money that's actually being taxed on the American people.
300 billion
300
extra for tariffs. 300 billion or 200 or 300 billion extra that we got from the tariffs.
that might be accurate. I think he's claiming in the trillions, isn't he? Yeah, I think he's
Taxing
claiming like
businesses
$10
that much.
trillion or something like that.
Is
Yeah,
that through his whole presidency?
that's since the tariff policy. He's claiming like 10 trillion or some shit like that, like something I'm not, and it's like 200-300 billion dollars, which that actually sounds about accurate, but that's not enough to pay. That's not enough to pay every American citizen $2,000, and it's already spent anyway, because all that tariff revenue is already going into tax relief for billionaires and all sorts of other things. So
I'm thinking, tariff. I mean, I haven't seen a difference. If I go buy a part for my vehicle or do this or this, I don't see a difference. Since tariffs went up.
It depends on the product.
Maybe
It depends on the
somebody else
product. Yeah. So a lot of products the numbers are actually less inflated than people projected that they would be, but they're still inflated, right? So what you're seeing a lot is a lot of companies that can are eating the tariffs, or at least eating part of the tariff in order to soften the blow. A lot of them had massive amounts of inventory. Then on top of that, you had a lot of tariffs that were rescinded, right? So you had a lot of tariffs that were implemented and then taken back afterwards. The people that were really seeing the biggest problems with were actually small businesses. Small businesses were getting hit the hardest.
Okay, so tariffs is I know it's import. Is that export too?
No, it's import. The export is us based off reciprocal tariffs. That's why we're seeing things like soybean farmers that are having to be subsidized and bailed out by the Trump administration right now, because China just stopped buying soybeans from the United States after the tariffs went on, and started buying all their soybeans from Argentina. So now, you have all these farmers who are actually making really good money, who are actually doing really, really awesome. They're just out of business right now because these other countries aren't buying from America now.
Now, don't they get a lot of parts from China, Korea,
Parts for what?
Japan, and all that? Like parts
Parts for
shipped
what?
over here? Vehicles, motors,
Depends on
motors,
depends on the
China.
car and where they're made. We get a lot more of this stuff from places like Canada and Mexico.
So wouldn't they charge them more to ship them over here?
What do you mean?
Like the imports, wouldn't they charge at all extra to ship it over here?
Wouldn't they charge?
Like
I'm
a
sorry, maybe I'm
tax,
missing the
like
question. I apologize. I'm sorry.
okay, no, like a luxury tax. When you go out of the country and you bring something back, they want to charge luxury tax.
Yeah, so that's not really how it works.
same
Like
thing?
what it was is that it was Canada and Mexico that were creating a lot of the parts, and we were under the USMCA, right? So if you're familiar with that,
No, I'm not.
United States Mexico Canada agreement, are you familiar with NAFTA?
Yes, I am.
It was
NAFTA.
the replacement for NAFTA, right? It's a free trade agreement
Oh.
between Canada and Mexico, right? And that was negotiated actually in Donald Trump's first term. So we actually had a lot of free trade that was actually going on. So what you would have is, you'd have, I don't know, you just pick a part, right? Like a car part, an alternator, whatever, right? You'd have a piece of that alternator made in Canada, and then that would come to the United States, get assembled with an American part, put together, and then get sent back to, Canada to get reassembled for another larger assembly, and then be back to the United States to be reassembled into a larger assembly, and then that part would be put into a car wherever that car was manufactured, and that would happen across many, many parts across, across the entire vehicle. So over time, every single time that part leaves and then comes back, now it's subjected to a tariff, because now Canada does a reciprocal tariff that part goes up, then it comes back to the United States, and that part goes up again, and so every time it goes back and forth. So by the time that alternator actually gets in your car, it's been it's had 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever percent increase on that part, and then that then goes into the car, and then the car increases later on. But I mean, that's why we're seeing, car prices right now are astronomical, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cars are one of
Prices.
the most affected industries when it comes to this sort of thing, right? But there's all sorts. I mean, you can go down to things like skateboards are affected, because the wood that they use for skateboard is primarily grown in Canada, and so now skateboards are more extensive, So I think people concentrate a lot more on Japan, on South Korea, on China, and like our Asian partners, because of the high, manufacturing, prowess of those countries. When really, I think the biggest tariffs that affect us were actually Canada and Mexico. I think those ones hurt us more than anything.
Okay, and then I'm going to go way off the subject. This ICE. Okay, I voted for Trump. I live in Oklahoma. I'm 45 years old.
Boomer sooner.
Yes. Well, college, yeah, but I'm a Cowboys fan. We're not doing too good. So
Oh, I'm a
we're-
Chargers
we're out
fan.
of the
You don't
playoffs.
like me right now.
No, I hate Chargers.
Chargers,
Oh
bolt
my
up,
God.
baby. Bolt up. You know who is going to the playoffs? You know who just clinched this weekend, by the way? It was the Chargers. Clinched the playoffs. We're coming for the AFC West, Broncos. Y'all better not slip. Anyways, sorry.
Hey, maybe, I know you heard this many a times from fans, maybe next year. I know you heard that saying.
Dude, I'm a
No.
Chargers fan. It's always next year. It's just this year just happens to be a fucking good one for us, like out of nowhere. So, anyways,
It's been almost 30 years since Cowboys won. What, 94, 95? 95 or something
won a
like that?
Super Bowl?
The Cowboys won a Super
Chargers
Bowl
have
in
never won a
95.
Super Bowl.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
Cowboys.
oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying like we've never won a Super Bowl, so I don't want to hear anything about that. We've never won
No.
one. We've been to one and lost it. So like anyways, regardless. But anyways, we want to talk about immigration and ICE.
Yeah, the ICE. I believe, I believe a lot that Trump should not be doing. ICE. If he came here legally, cool. Give him time to, do everything they're supposed to do. But if someone's been here for 30 years, I'm sorry, I'm not racist at all, but I don't want to jump on a roof and do roof work or plant trees or do stuff that work on farms that I don't want to do it. If they've been here 30 years, they've been working, paying taxes, why take them and deport them back?
Have you ever done roofing?
Yes, I have. It sucks.
It's my first job.
I did it for 2 days, and I said, nope, I'm done.
I did it for a summer
No,
when I was in
hell no.
high
It's
school.
hot.
And I'll let you know right now, like I'm pretty sure I was the only person. I know I was the only person who English was their first language on that team, besides my friend who did it with me. And I got, man, I will tell you this: there has not every job that I've done in my entire life. I'll be 40 coming up next year. Every job I've done, no matter how hard it was, I was like, at least it's not fucking roofing in Palm Springs, California. I will tell you that much, where it's 120 on the ground. And
Yeah, I lived in Victorville.
oh, you did? Really? Yeah, I'm
Yes,
up in the high
yeah.
desert. Yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
I'm actually from Paris, if you're familiar with that.
I
Down-
live in Moreno Valley, California.
Yeah, I'm from Paris, funny enough.
Delmeade Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right by March Air Force Base.
Me too.
Yep,
right across
yep.
the freeway from March Air Force Base. That's where I grew up.
215.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah,
60
see,
freeway.
we lived in the same area. That's
Yep,
where I grew up.
yep.
Right over there.
Hey,
Yep.
Hey, this guy Jansen Ford 8, he says they don't pay taxes. But yeah, they do. They all pay taxes, man. I don't know why that guy's saying that.
Yeah, they paid like last recordable year they paid $98 billion in taxes. And actually this actually leads me into a story, and I do want to, IE in the house. Hell yeah. I do want to say this story because it is kind of crazy. I started saying it. So I sold a table today because I'm getting a new table. And the guy comes over to pick up my table, and he pays me for a table. Real nice guy. All this sort of stuff. So I started talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I actually used to be your neighbor. I used to live a few houses down. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And he's like, yeah, I had to move out because the landlord was horrible. Like we had mold, we had rats. They wouldn't even answer their phone, when it came to any of these things. And so we had to move out. And I was like, oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. And he was like, yeah. He's like, it actually sucks because I was actually trying to get the time on the lease because then I can provide that lease and it actually helps me get my green card. And I was like, oh, so you would try to get your green card. And I don't know where he's from. I didn't ask. If I had to guess based off of, just accent and look and stuff, I would have guessed Haiti. So, but just, that's a guess. Okay. But anyways, regardless of that, he was like, yeah, I actually just got out of 3 weeks in ICE detention yesterday. And I was like, no shit, really? I was like, why is that? He's like, well, I'm legally here, but I haven't gotten my permanent residency before. I got pulled over by Florida State troopers, and they saw I didn't say permanent residency, so they turned me over to ICE, and I've been in ICE detention for 3 weeks.
Wow.
And he's legally here, right? Like this wasn't like an undocumented immigrant. This is a legal migrant in the United States, right? And so like, and like just as nice as can be, like, like paid me cash. Like honestly, if you guys have ever sold anything on like Facebook Marketplace or anything, it can be hell. And this was like the most simple thing ever. He was just like, boom, here's money. I take thing like whatever. Right? Anyways, I say all that to say that person who works in my area in Florida, who is doing things the legal and right way, right? Who's here legally and trying to get his permanent residency, right? Who's obviously, like working, putting money, doing all our economy, like all that sort of stuff, right? There's no reason to deport these type of people, right? Like there's just not. They contribute to our economy. They pay taxes. They pay into our social safety nets. They do all the things that we need, that they help our prices, right? I mean, people don't want to talk about that, but they do. They help our prices. They help our agriculture industry. They help all of these things. And deporting them does not help us economically as United States citizens, as an economy. It doesn't help our GDP. It doesn't help business. It doesn't help any of these things. It only hurts us. And while, like you said, I want people to come here the right way and to do things the right way. I want us to be able to have a secure border where we actually have, border patrol agents that make sure that people aren't coming in the country just willy-nilly, right? I want to make sure we keep terrorists out and cartel members out and all that sort of stuff. It just doesn't make any sense to just deport people who have been here for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, living here peacefully, not committing any crimes, paying taxes, boosting our economy. It doesn't make any sense to do that. There's only one reason, and truly one reason, to have this type of policy, and that is if you are just trying to remove brown people from the country, right? Like it's the only thing that makes sense. And like I said, like Stephen Miller, the deputy chief of staff of the White House, has made no qualms, okay, about his white nationalism. He's a fucking neo-Nazi. He's an extreme racist, right? Like, he's made no qualms about who he is as a person, right? And to watch him leading, ICE, leading the deportation effort in America is just really, really sad.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if they get rid of all the immigrant, I mean, who's gonna go? I mean, I'm not gonna go up on a roof and do the job. So I mean, it's just everything's gonna crash.
I'll starve first. I ain't going back on that roof, big dog.
Yeah,
like
no. And question before I go: have you been to Moreno Valley?
Yeah, I was there last month.
Moreno Valley. Okay, you know where Semi Boulevard is?
Oh yeah.
There's a place called Semi and Hamburgers. Is that still there?
Sunny Mead Hamburgers. I don't know.
It's like a 50s place. There's a Louisiana seafood next to Chinese food place right there off.
I know where the Louisiana seafood is.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah, the owner's died.
Over by Stierenstein. Yeah, that's over there by Stierenstein, right?
Yeah, Larry's still there. He's the owner. He's giving it to his son. I think it's Craig and his daughter. They're actually taking it over.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't remember ever being there, but I definitely remember the area. I definitely remember there. Do you guys know? I actually have a question about a place that's still there. Do you know Joe's Italian restaurant in Moreno Valley?
Joe's Italian, yes, I do.
That was my last job before I left California. Funny enough, I was actually the pizza cook there. Funny enough, I was the pizza cook.
Is that the one by the Moreno Valley Mall?
No, it's off of, that one's the one off of is that the one off of Alessandro? Peacock? It might be off of Peacock.
Oh, Alessandro.
I think it's either off of Peacock or Alessandro. It's over there. It's been a long time since I've been over there, but anyway, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, like that was my last job before I left Florida. That was a long time ago. Pizza cook, rated best pizza in the IE, by the way.
Yes.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, Porky's Pizza was good too. Went off of Peacock.
Yeah.
And I went to Cane Springs High School.
Okay.
I went to March Mountain High School. I've been to Paris many times. I've been in a casino right there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Is it Ukaipa?
So you got Pachanga, you got San Manuel out there, you got
Pachanga's Highland. It's the other one.
Must be San Manuel. There's another one that's in there.
San Manuel.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been over there many times.
Yep. But anyways, man, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna get somebody else over here, but I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Cool. Sorry, we're just talking about. We're just bullshitting about Moreno Valley over here. What y'all know about Moreno Valley? See, I don't know nothing about that. I used to cook pizzas in Joe's Italian and I was good, dude. I was real good. That was, by the way, if it's still there, man, that is pure brick oven pizza, bro. Like I used to have scars right here from like, cause that brick oven and it's just super hot and like freaking it's still there? Yeah, dude, if y'all have ever cooked brick oven pizza, like you gotta know, like there's different temperatures and different heats in there, and you gotta know how to move them around and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Oh, God, I was good, dude. I was good, man. I used to go to parties like back then, right? And I was how difficult is it to make pizza? In one of those, it's fucking hard. It's actually super hard. This isn't that Domino's bullshit where you're just fucking running it through a fucking like those little ovens. To not burn something and actually cook it fully in like an actual real brick oven is hard, dude. It is hard. It is not easy. Okay. That shit, dude, like you have to literally, like they are literally, you're in this oven, you have to navigate it through like it was not easy, but it was good. It was really good. Yeah, no, anybody can go to Domino's and fucking fill out their little pan thing and throw it through their little oven. We weren't rated best pizza, okay, because we were as good as Domino's. All right. We weren't rated best pizza because we were as good as Domino's. Give me a break over here. Messenger wants to know if I'm Puerto Rican. No, I'm not Puerto Rican. But yeah, I get confused for it a lot. Yeah, Domino's sucks. But yeah, I used to have burns all through there. You actually had like the wood paddle and stuff like that. I miss it. Good times. Good times. All right, y'all. I think it is it was actually really fun. It was actually really fun. I was 19 years old. Like I'd go to parties and I'd bring all the pizza. Like literally I would just make a few pieces before we left and just fucking throw them in boxes. I'd go to the party and throw a bunch of pizzas in. Oh, that was the good old days. You know what I'm saying? Like the good old days. I didn't have to bring drinks to any party. Like I was the guy that brought the pizza. Oh man. Yeah, I was the pizza guy, man. I was the pizza guy. So that was good times. Then I left. That's all right. Don, thank you so much for the $2. Said, is the color sick or I gotta Jesus Christ. Papa John's is also automatic. Yes, they are. I did not go to Paris High. I actually would have been in Ranch. I would have actually gone to Rancho. Funny enough, I would have gone to Rancho, but I went to private school. So his name's Terrence. So he went to Sonha. That's a private school, and Terrence's parents have a really good marriage, or however that song went. And Clarence, that's what, not Terrence, it's Clarence. And Clarence's parents have a really good marriage. That's Terrence, Clarence, it's all the same. That's all the same. Well, I was gonna talk to that MAGA Karen who jumped in, but she left. So it's probably better for all of us, to be completely honest with you. We were probably going to gain nothing from that conversation, so probably better for all of us. But I was going to. Elicato, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I do not know what time Ari and I are getting on tomorrow, because we're both off, but we're doing a lot of setup for some dual content that we're going to be doing very, very soon. Yeah, W Grifters, W Polly. I'm 100% for it. Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some Shakey's. Oh my god, someone just brought up Shakey's Pizza, dude. That's fucking that takes me back. We're gonna be doing a lot of setup for a whole bunch of stuff that we're trying to bring to you guys. We're trying to bring you guys new content and some joint content and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be setting up for that. So we're like redoing part of the house. Round Table Pizza. Someone just brought up Round Table Pizza. I was trying to think of the name. I know I'm being like super like spazzed out right now. I was trying to think of the name. It was Round Table Pizza. I remember that so much. Goodness gracious. Anyways, so we're trying to bring out some new content. So we got a lot of setting up to do. We have a whole bunch of new stuff coming in and new equipment and new stuff. So we may not be on tomorrow, just depending on how long it takes us to just get set up tomorrow. To be honest with you, we're going to be set up and doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So, but really do appreciate you guys. Oh, I'm not taking any more calls today. Thanks. So, no, Round Table was next to Stater Brothers off of Paris Boulevard. That's where Round Table was. They were off of Paris Boulevard, next to Stater Brothers over there. Mindspeak, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said to all who think that hard workers undocumented are criminals, let's make a fair trade. Since you guys are better, for any undocumented worker you deported, you take the same job, same pay. Oh, bro, these dudes, there's zero chance. Was it by the Albertsons? It might have been by the Albertsons, not the Stater Brothers, huh? Yeah, they won't do that. They're really soft. That's what I've learned about a lot of MAGAs. They're real soft. They can't handle the heat. Plus, they're super white, so they burn easy. So not real good for roofing. Just thought I'd throw that out there. You know, just not real great for roofing. They are actually white in real life. Like, just being on, okay? Like, it's not great. Okay? Thank you, Mindspeak. I really appreciate that. They are actually white in real life. And the cousin screwing doesn't work good for your genetics either. But no, I remember going around too. I went to, oh my God, was Temple Baptist Church on Paris Boulevard. They used to have a school. I went to that school, an elementary school. And we did like a pizza thing at Round Table where like we went and like we got to make pizzas as kids. I still remember that shit. It was wild. Anyways, yes, Paris is where they had the fairs. Yeah, the Paris Fairgrounds, you had the Paris Lake, like all that sort of stuff. Part of me misses home like that, and the other part of me does not. I'm out of here, y'all. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Love you guys. I'll see you guys, I think, tomorrow. Make sure you're in the Discord. I'll let you guys know tomorrow whether I'm going live or not. Besides that, hope you guys have a wonderful night, all right? Love you guys. Bye. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve.